Hey y'all, Kurt Sasser here from TGT Media, of course, at Motor City Comic Con. We're joined today by Christoph. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
You know, haven't seen in a couple of years. The last time was C2E2 way back when, and you know, you're coming out with new products, new stuff, but why did you want to come to Motor City?
Well, I'm a big fan of Motor City. I love the nostalgic quality of Motor City. You know, there's always tons of great artists, you know, tons of great nostalgic things to find here, cool collectibles and stuff. And, you know, Motor City is just this awesome classic comic book show that I never mind being a part of. You know, today's great. It's Saturday, and I'm just really optimistic about the show.
Well, with the line wrapping around here, it's no wonder it's going to be so full of energy as I can feel it. But, you know, everyone has one or two influences in their lives that kind of set them on their path. You know, who were some of yours?
Oh, wow. You know what? I have so many influences in my life, I wouldn't know where to start. Just thinking in terms of today, two of my strongest influence, my father was a great influence to me. My birth father, as well as, let's say, second one. You know, my family is probably the greatest. My uncle. My father was a very dignified industrial designer. He did a lot of work with Chrysler, and he was actually from Detroit. And as well as, you know, my uncle's a pretty decent guy as well. He's an older gentleman, and I know growing up, you know, they always used to spend time with me and encourage all the stuff I was into, comics and, you know, just making it great and being a gentleman myself. So,
you know, the younger generation is coming through here. You know, they'll look to you as their inspirations, but how can they inspire the next generation?
In terms of inspiration, I think just doing a good job and being fair about everything, you know, fair play and giving 100%. You know, when you do the best you can do, it stands out. You know, when people do a good job, you know, it looks like a good job. And, you know, when people go to the show and they're looking for the stuff they like, you know, if something's done well, quality, of interest, it's done the right way, you know, people like that. And I think that's the best way to actually inspire someone, to see a good job done, you know.
You know, talk about Ninja Face here, because that's one thing that I haven't seen in a couple of years, and that's one thing that really stood out, especially that wonderful figurine you have there. You know, tell us about Ninja Face.
Well, it's been a few years since we talked, since, you know, our last TGT interview, and Ninja Face is a licensed property of my company, cartprod.com. It's my website, and, you know, I've been working on her for the past few months now. And I've actually owned the license for a while. I mean, years back, even before C2E2, you know, I did a few web comics on MySpace back when it first came out, and, you know, I had a few independent zines and portraits and some artwork I used her for. But just recently, in the past year or two, I got an actual copyright for my company. And Ninja Face is going to actually be an ongoing series. Right now, it's a web comic. You know, we just launched the first one about a week ago before the show. People can go to the site and read it now, cartprod.com. When you go, you just click the comics, and it's actually a flash comic. So you can browse through. The reading is very easy. The scrolling is easy. I know sometimes people always tell me when they're reading comics, they're like, oh, well, you know, they have trouble following the fonts and wondering which way the story and the panels go. And the flash comic is cool because it walks you through the fonts, the text, the narration of the story. It goes panel by panel, and it's a little bit different than the app comics. It's custom made, so, you know, you can control the pace of the story a little better. And as it goes on, the story, you know, the comic will probably evolve, have, you know, animation aspects to it, interactive stuff to it, maybe even develop into some form of a mini game, you know. And right now, it's just a matter of us getting followers and support for the project. But I'm looking forward to be its own action figure like I have here on display today. I'm very proud of that. You know, with the design myself. I'm looking for, you know, to be a published printed comic book, you know. I'm looking to have, you know, animation shorts on the website, and just really looking to see the project grow. The idea behind Ninja Face is, you know, it has a lot of aspects. It has women empowerment, health and fitness, creative thinking, you know, and a very, very large focus obviously is the gym. Ninja Face is a mutant ninja, so, you know, she spends long hours in the gym practicing her craft of ninjutsu. You know, she trains for hours every day. You know, she has her companion, Mr. Cartprod, is her secret agent buddy, and he helps her out with all the stuff she's unaware of. You know, giving her cool gadgets, showing her how to use the GPS to get to her next assignment, her next objective. You know, there's a lot of fun stuff, a lot of modern stuff in there. I'm really into technology, art and technology and science. So anyway, I can integrate stuff into the story. And I think, you know, the story's rated, I think, like 13 or 16 and up. But it's really an all ages story. There's a lot of, you know, creative, clever thinking stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of juxtaposed or offset to what people would traditionally expect in a story. So I think it was really well made, creatively done. I'm thinking it out every step of the way. So although it's a little bit more, it's taking a little bit longer. A lot of stuff is taking a little bit longer, but it's totally worth it. It's totally worth checking out. And I would encourage anyone, everyone, to at least to go view it. Give if you really think it's noteworthy, to give it a like, a follow, to retweet something, let your friends know. Because I put a lot of work into it, and I think it's noteworthy. I think it's noteworthy stuff.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Really appreciate this. I hope you have a great con, and you can already see the people piling in here.
Yeah, definitely. It's packed. I'm pumped, and I'm ready to do some sketches. Hey, just let everyone know, cartprod.com, KARTPROD.com, and there's tons of stuff on there. There's a web store, our web comics, links, updates, blogs, and whatnot. It's the way to find out where we're at and what we're doing.
Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it.